The army taught me to plan for everything. Newborns taught me that means nothing. I think between the two of them, I finally got it cracked. I spent 17 years in the British Army, and one of the things they teach you is fail to prepare, then prepare to fail. You plan ahead, you think about all the things you're going to need, you think about the things that you need to tell others about what they need. You plan for all eventualities. So when I first started newborn photography, I remember going in with this plan. I had a clear shot list, a vision of how the session was going to go, and the newborns absolutely schooled me. Because here's the thing about newborn babies, they don't give a toss about your plan. And for a while at the start, I really felt like I was failing, like these babies weren't doing what I wanted them to do, and I thought that was my fault. But then I realised something else the army taught me. Have a plan, sure, but be prepared for that plan to change, because it probably will. So now I come into every session with setups I might not even ever use, but I've got props, I've got wraps, I've got poses all planned out, but it all stems from reading the room the moment that family walks through the door. So ideally, families will arrive and baby will be ready for a feed when they get here. They'll have a nice big feed, drift off to sleep. That makes my job nice and easy. But anyone who's had a baby knows that getting out on time with everything having gone to plan knows that's a little bit ambitious. So if we're now doing things slightly differently because baby's had a car nap, then that's fine. I'll get awake shots until they're ready to sleep. If they need an extra long cuddle with mum just to feel nice and comfortable, then that's fine. I've factored all of this into my plan, so we're never feeling rushed or feeling pressured to get finished. So when I say my sessions are baby-led, it's not just some buzzword, I really mean it. I even cut a session short the other week. We were coming towards the end anyway. I only had a few more shots that I wanted to get. Baby was starting to get a bit grizzly, and I could have fought through just to try and get those last few shots. It was just easier to say, look, we're done. Like, I've got enough beautiful photos for you. We don't need to force this. Because that's the point, isn't it? Your kids mean everything to you, and every parent who walks through that door is trusting me with the most important people in their lives. I don't take that lightly. I recently had a really awful experience as a customer, and while I won't go into details here, it did remind me something about the way I run my business. When it happened, my first instinct wasn't anger. It wasn't to think about what I was going through. My first instinct was to worry about the other person. As a small business owner myself, I can only imagine the panic and worry over something going wrong. So I approached this situation with empathy, to my detriment as it turns out. But it reminded me that that's who I am. And that's how I'd handle it if something ever went wrong in my studio, God forbid. I'd deal with it with empathy, with honesty, and I'd always have your best interests at the centre of it. So if you're thinking about booking a newborn session, whether that's with me or anyone else, just ask yourself this. What happens if something doesn't go to plan? What if baby's unsettled, or you're not feeling great, or life just doesn't go as you expect it to? Because that's the photographer you actually need, not the person who can take great photos on a good day where everything's going swimmingly. You want someone who's got a plan, who can stay calm under pressure and to adapt the plan when things aren't going as you expect them to. And of course, someone who's always going to do right by you. And that's why